Hello guys, welcome to Cafe at Simplify, and we are diving into our statistics. I'll call it summaries, all that you need to pass statistics. So what is statistics? Statistics is a branch of mathematics dealing with data collection, organization analysis, interpretation, and presentation with an aim of making logical conclusions or solving problems in society. Statistics has too many branches. That is descriptive and inferential statistics. Descriptive, like the way you hear the word, it is going to describe, analyze based on certain things. So it's a form of statistics that includes data collection. In descriptive, you start by data collection, you organize the data, you display and analysis by determining frequencies and percentages, mean values, standard deviations, variances, coefficient of variation, coefficient of determination, and probability theory. So that is what we mean by descriptive. It goes into the details of certain figures, yeah, before making conclusions. So descriptive is a form of statistics that includes data collection, organization, display or presenting, and analysis by determining the frequencies and percentages, mean values, standard deviations, variance, coefficients of variation, coefficient of determination, and probability theory or etc. What about inferential statistics? We see that inferential statistics is a branch that depends on sample statistics to make generalization about a population. So in inferential statistics, you get a certain sample, then you generalize. That's why all these topics, this includes topics in areas like, I'll start with this sample distribution because we are going to look at it in details, and that will be the end of our sharing. So it includes sample distributions, um, correlation analysis, regression analysis, probability distribution, normal distribution, counting techniques, confidence levels, price indices, time series, hypothesis testing, quality, quality control measures. Actually, we are going to look at sample statistics, and that is not sampling distribution, and that is what this is all about, this video. Yeah, so we see that in inferential, we get a sample statistical value to make generalization about the population. You choose a certain topic, then you generalize. So according to this time series, the way the things were going on, then you make conclusion, this will happen. According to this normal distribution, this can happen. According to this confidence intervals, this can happen. The way the data is normally distributed, then you make a conclusion about the data. So that is inferential statistics. Then we have now in we've seen that probability theory, or this probability is under descriptive statistics. Probability it goes on to the details to describe something. Yeah, the chances. So probability is the chance or likelihood for an event to take place. Yeah, it can be from 0 to 1. It does not go beyond 1. But however, when it comes to percentages, probability can be from percentage 0 to 100%. And does that imply? It implies that if the probability is 0, that means the event cannot occur. If the probability is 1, it means that the event must occur because that is the highest. If the probability is anything below 0.5, that means it has a less chances for it to occur. Then if it is exactly 0.5, it means it has equal chances of happening and not happening. If it is anything above 0.5, the probability means that that event is likely to occur. Say if the weight equals to 0.7, it implies that event A has higher chances of taking place, which is 0.7, and the probability of it not taking place is when we get 1 minus 0.7, which becomes 0.3. So this bar implies not taking place. And yeah, if we know this, that since the probability is always 1, so probability of an event to occur and the probability of an event not to occur equals to 1. So we make probability of not an event not to occur to get what we see this side. I hope I'm clear about that. Here we have the probability of an event to occur and the probability of an event not to occur, and we get 1. So when we make 1 the subject of the when we make the probability of an event not to occur, it will be 1 minus the probability of an event occurring. Hope we are together at that step. Yes. So variables. A variable is an attribute that can take on different values, numerical or non-numerical, descriptive. That is a variable. It is an attribute. It can be in physical quantity that can take on different values. Examples: temperature, mass, weight, pressure, area, volume, distance, inflation. Now when we come to economics, inflation, capital markets, advertisement, cash, sales, and so many other things, growth rates. Yeah. The major categories of variables are qualitative and quantitative. But what are quantitative? The way you hear the word quantity. These attributes, physical, these are attributes. They can be physical quantities that can take on numerical values. These are attributes. They can physical quantities that can take on numerical values. For example, temperature can be measured, and we say your temperature is 37 degrees. Time we can say time is 7 a.m. Mass, weight, yeah, these can take on numerical values. That's what we call quantitative. Distance, anything that can be measured and put and you attach a value to it is a quantitative variable. Then qualitative, these are attributes, physical quantities that can take on non-numerical values. Qualitative, the keyword is non-numerical values. We will not say your color is 10 red, 10 what. We will not say your gender is 40 or 0. What, your race is this. So anything that cannot take on numerical values is a qualitative. They are measured based on other attributes like gender, race, region, nationality, tribe, skin. Values cannot be attached to these. So levels of measurements, we see that there are 4 levels of measurements: nominal, ordinal, racial level measurement, and interval level measurement. Yeah, these are 4 levels of measurements. Yeah. We have nominal. The best way to get this nominal is that it starts with a no. So in nominal, there is no inherent. In this, the way I understand this, in nominal, no inherent order. Yeah, it is basically for those variables that are qualitative in nature. These variables cannot be arranged in order. No inherent order. For example, if you're a male, we cannot arrange you that 10, 11th, or 1st or 2nd. If you're a female, job status, employed or unemployed, marital status, if you're a widow or widower. So we cannot. Marital status values include single one, married to, divorced. So these ones, yeah. For instance, gender values include male 1, female 2. So you realize that even when this one, even if it's a system and they have to vote single, put 1, married, put 2, they have no order. This one is the first, second, no. So there is no inherent order. Nominal level of measurement, basically for those variables that are qualitative. You are either male, female, booked, not booked, divorced, non-divorced, married, widow, and all that. So the opposite of nominal is ordinal. So these are variables that can be arranged in order. Usually quantitative in nature, like temperature. You can say this temperature was 50, the other one was 60. Time, it was 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Weight was 70, now we are 60. distance 277, something like that, length, area, etc. So ordinal level of measurements are for those variables that can be arranged in order. Yes, ratio level of measurement. So like the way you hear the word ratio, it is involving in ratios. So makes use of fractions or percentages when evaluating variables, e.g. comparing the, the proportion of the female to the male students in a given class at university. Yes, so you can say the students of male to female is 5 to 3, and the infraction can be 5 out of 5 out of 3. So this is what we call ratio level of measurements. Then percentages, we can as well express that in percentage. Then we have interval level of measurement. We said there are 4. The first one being nominal level of measurement, ratio level of measurement, interval level of measurement. What is interval level of measurement? We said is the type of measurement for quantitative variables that are normally puts into account the ranges. For instance, age group 1 to 5, 5 to 9, 9 to 12, hmm? or, or temperatures below 10 degrees, or this below this, or room this, above or above 40. So in interval level of measurements, basically the key point to get here is that they are quantitative, they can be measured, but it normally puts into account ranges. Yeah, can say this to this year as you come enter in this class. People who have got from A to D enter this class like that. So they are quantitative, they can be measured. Mm, that is one, and puts into account ranges. Mm, mm. Weights from this weight to this weight enter this. From this, from this, from this temperature to this, from this time to this. Yeah. So anything which can be grouped like in ranges. So basically, those are the um, the therefore we have interval, we have ratio, we have ordinal, and the nominal. Those are measurements. Now, finally, we come to the gist of this video, and we see that I'm going to actually make the following video. So endeavor to watch all of it. This is the next. Yeah, kindly share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.